Hello and welcome. My name is Jesse McClanahan, and today we're going to be painting this giant mouse. Let's get started. The way I start these is the way I do pretty much all my paintings. I just, whether it's a photo like we're doing today or it's an image I made myself, I go into Photoshop and just simply scale it to size, and then I print it out. It comes out in multiple sheets and I just kind of tape them together, and that will create an image that I then can go in and just stencil out really quickly with some stencil paper on the back side, and I just do a rough little outline of everything I'm going to be doing here. So I don't know how well you can see that, but you can kind of see what I got going on here. And then you can see the image here is this little mouse. I'll even pop it up on the screen really quick. And I start pretty much every art project like that, every painting I do. It's just the simplest way. I actually just got a small projector. I'm gonna try that out. I haven't even set it up yet, so we'll see how that works out on my next bigger scaled thing I try to do. But we also went in, after I do the stencil, I like to put just a nice coat of a matte medium on top of it, just to help protect the stencil, make sure it's not going to go anywhere or anything. And it also just helps coat the whole canvas, so we have a nice base to start painting on. So what I'm going to do now is just going to be, it's going to be kind of messy. You're still going to see a lot of the stencil coming through, but I'm just going to start going in and just blocking in a bunch of tones, just to kind of get a base going for what we got going on here. Alright, so now that we got all our basic tones on here, it actually is starting to look like something. I was actually kind of surprised when I walked away and looked at it from a distance. But now what I'd like to do is work from the background forward. So I'm going to start just going in and just help. So now I'm just going to go in and start defining some of this background a little bit better. As you can see on the reference here, most of it is just like a blurry, out of focusness, so it won't be too hard. We have this little bark piece coming in here that's quite in focus, so I'm going to help define that a little bit better. And then we have this branch coming across the front, which is kind of in focus by the hand here. But the rest of this is just a blurry background mess, so it won't be too hard to do. One thing I want to do as I'm doing this is just kind of keep where some of these whiskers are. They're like some of the really in focus pieces of this thing. You know, this eyeball section right here is really where it's all in focus, and then it kind of just blurs out as we go. So like I said, what I'm going to do now is just start working this background a little bit more and just help define some of this. Like this is kind of a mess down here. I spent a little bit of time in here and really just getting paint on the canvas. If you really look at this, it's barely anything going on. I just want to make sure there's color on this thing and get it nice. We got our background pretty much knocked out. I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I might do a little bit of fine tuning as I'm working through all this other stuff. It's never really finished, you know. But I went ahead and even cleaned up these whiskers a little bit off. Not filming. I just wanted to take my time and just really get those a little fine tuned a little bit. And I noticed I went in a little bit far here, but that's alright because I want to be able to bring out all these little, there's a lot of detail in the in all this fur down here in the chest area. I want to be able to get all those nice little wisp of strands of hair to be able to come out, so I need that to be far in the background so all that pops out really well. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna probably redo some of these whiskers, I think, and then start blocking some of that white back in here. And then I think I'm gonna focus on this earpiece, and once we get that pretty much knocked out, we're gonna just work our way left to right. And I wouldn't do that first because it's kind of in the background. There's gonna be, you know, the fur from here is gonna be going over top of it, so I want to get behind it done first, if that makes sense. You know, you gotta work in layers on these things. So we're just gonna get straight into it. So there you have it. I'm super happy with how this thing came out, you know. It's crazy to see that at the beginning you can make it look like a mouse with very few strokes. That's something I might play with in the future, just like very loosely painting heavy brush stroke type stuff. I'm not really sure what that style is called, but and then you just really go in section by section and just really make it come to life. I have I think 2 more canvases of this size, maybe 3. I bought like a big value pack type deal, so I'm definitely going to be doing more. I got some suggestions off of Facebook before I started this one. This wasn't one of those suggestions, so I'm gonna probably pick from one of those. I have a few pictures, references in mind already picked out. But if you'd like to purchase this, it'll be up on my website fairly soon. Probably by the time you see this, it'll be there. If you want to commission one, a custom piece, hit up my email. My links are in the description usually of all my videos. You can check it out there, or you can go to my website and see what I already have available. But if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up. It really helps. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe. I'm always over here doing something creative, making furniture. Who knows what it could be. Leave a comment what I should build next. See you on the next one.